How is it going, everyone? I hope y'all are having a fantastic day, fantastic night, whatever it may be for y'all. And more importantly, I hope y'all have been having a great 2026 so far. It's been an interesting one starting out for me. I just started immediately kind of with just a slight cold to start the New Year's and got it. I started feeling it a bit before the DJ Max stream, and then it's been a very interesting one ever since then. Let me go ahead and sit myself up real quick. There we go. Now, today we are going to be going through the final chapter. I'm still kind of figuring, do I want to do it all in one go? It's mainly, do I have my voice long enough to do it all in one go? I am pretty much playing a game of how long does it take for my voice to give out. And that's what we're going through. Now, we started this, I believe we had just only one line in. We saw the murders, I think, happen. It looked like there was 2 murders in 2 different buildings simultaneously. And that's about it. That's all I know what's going on. I also know that this is an additional one, I believe. I do think I saw that, to where this is one that was not in the original Ace Attorney game. This was one added. It was either on the DS or 3DS re-release, and it's also the longest case from what I saw in the entire series. I don't know how true any of those things are. I'm just going with what I read. My memory is horrible, and so I'm hoping that is I'm hoping I'm not just lying to everyone right now. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get in real quick. I'm gonna move my mic just one sec. There we go. For some reason, it was like completely flipped around. I just had to mute it real quick. That way, you guys don't hear, my hand just against it. All right, rise from the ashes. It's been 2 months without a single trial. Even though I mean, for us, it's only been what, like 5 days, something like that, maybe 4. I think it was like 2 days before the DJ Max stream, so 4 days. I've had offers, but none I took. That is until the day that girl showed up. I'm assuming it's the ones from either the intro or from the chapters, like the chapter select where it showed us the girls. Why do I come here to the office every day? It not even technically is your job. It is your job. It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? I mean, you're instantly one of my favorite characters. To be honest, my sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney. I am not Mia Fey. That is not me. You have the wrong person. Not even close. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So, you are the coffee boy? Can I just show her the attorney badge? Can I just do that? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yeah, that's correct, though it wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered. He just got falsely framed for one murder, and then we had to uncover the truth of DL6 on what really happened on that elevator, which I'm very surprised was not the final case. Not gonna lie, on how the DL6, if I had to guess an 8-hour case, I would guess this entire thing hyped up as this big incident would be the 8-hour case. That's a relief. Then you're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. It's been rough ever since Maya left. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Never lost. We never lose. We never take L's. I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please. I'm out of time, but please, you have to help. It's my sister. The parallels are unreal, man. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. What is... You investigate science? Or... Because... How does that work? What... I'm guessing asking about Emma is going to ask what that is. What is it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? What does that mean? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy or maybe just young. What's wrong with that? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. I'm not gonna yell that. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling when he's 16 like Phoenix does. I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At least at my age, no less. What is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, because you call me an 11th grader, I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less. Another future professional in training. That used to be you, Phoenix. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up? I'm guessing that's supposed to be like forensics. Like just people who work in their forensics department. Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. This case is handled scientifically. I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. We just gotta, you know, prove it with science. We gotta have, I forgot the 5 steps. It's like, you have your hypothesis. I know it's hypothesis, experiment, result. I forgot the other 2. I don't remember the scientific process. Your sister, been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. Well, good thing I don't have to remember it. It seems like she's gonna have a new one for us. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Can you tell me about the case? Yeah, so what's this case about? The trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her, right? I suppose I will. Promise I'll bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? What's the relation to Mia? My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school? Was it they went to the same, like, public school or the same law school? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever need a defense attorney, and well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Yeah, when she's on trial for murder, I kind of don't like her. It's a very common thing. But she's my only family. What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. I'm sorry. Let's just, I guess, not talk about it. Here's my badge. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. This composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. Oh, and so, like, he keeps that, if he ever, like, just held that in his hand for a long time, his hand would turn green. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to the sulfide, so I'll give you $50 for it. It's not for sale yet. I mean, can you even sell those if you're leaving the profession? I can't, if you're a doctor, you can't sell, like, your doctor's license. You can't do that. Well, you can, it might be a crime, but... I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses, or did you not want a raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Are you not gonna face me? Hi, funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This had nothing to do with you, Emma. Why is she dressed like she's about to be a war general? Well, I guess there's no other type of war, like, generals. Actually, I guess there's, like, I forgot the insurance company's name, but, like, the one that's in all the commercials with Shaq, like, the general that sells insurance. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you, I've heard, quite a bit. What exactly is it you do? My name's Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? You're just like Edgeworth. 2 sisters, 1 a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... yeah, they're They're sisters. Is every sister like my Mia? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? No, I'll show her my badge. Your badge looks new. I polish it daily. In a few years, the gold plating will flake off. Then we'll see the real you. Whatever happened to innocent small talk? Give it 3 years, then we'll see who you become. It's been almost a year, I think, since we started, right? So, can you tell me about the case? There's something you should know from the start, which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? But the suspect... Why would you... I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? Crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's very specific. It was in the witness deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. That's kind of nasty. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. That's just great. So, we're taking a losing case. We're gonna take our first L. Who was the victim? An investigator with the police department? Please don't tell me it was... Please don't tell me it was him. Detective. Death was due to loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach by you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. Well, Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider a matter of pride to have found me guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse of everything. Just don't take the case. You said you were done for now. Just don't take it. You don't gotta. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. Make sure that prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you would recognize the chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is. She hasn't looked me in the eye the entire time, I think, so I'm just gonna assume that she didn't actually do it and she's pulling an Edgeworth. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that. Did she? Why not? I did drag him here all the way to the office. From his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. It was in law school, I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney, anything. That's probably why she was attracted to me. Alright, are we gonna get Yuri here? Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was at the top of her class in school. Okay, no, Yuri. I was the best there was. And now look where you're at. Look where you're at. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright, excuse me, as you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you could take this case. None. But Lana... Why are you doing this to me? I mean, if she's telling the truth, I mean, I feel bad for you, Emma, but there is a guy she killed if, like, she's telling the truth. Never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how could you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be alone. I hate you, Lana. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's to you too, man. I hope it's been a good one. Hope you've been having a good 2026 so far. Yes, I believe our discussion here is ended. I don't know if I could take this case. She's admitting her guilt. The police are trying to screw us over at every opportunity. I have less than 24 hours to get this right. You haven't taken a case in 2 months, Phoenix. You don't gotta take this one. You could start with an easy layup. It's your first case back. Just keep that undefeated streak going. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services at your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client's confessed after all. The case is over. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. No, we're screwed. Like, it ain't happening. Lana's confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. I mean, she wasn't the witness. She didn't see her do it. There's something else going on here. I'm gonna find out what. You're sorry? Huh? About what? she's not always like that, you know. What's she normally like? That seems, with the outfit she's wearing, that seems pretty normal. I just never expect to be defending another prosecutor again. Did you buy any new games? No, yeah, I've been looking at some. I don't wanna spend too much money, so I'm trying to make sure I stay underneath like a certain amount I have set before I buy, because I want to get them before the sale ends on the 5th. Right now, it's still just the Tales of Arise, Metal Health Singers, and Yippee Psycho, which Yippee Psycho will be tomorrow, assuming my voice doesn't give out again. Like, it's been an interesting 2026 so far. I did look at that Final Fantasy IX video you did send. I see more of what you were talking about with that, by the way, when you sent that, I think 2 streams ago, maybe 3. It was whenever it was during the Tales of Arise stream, whenever that was. My memory's failing me right now. I did look at, I see what you mean. I do. It's weird. I do prefer the original personally. However, I think it makes perfect sense to like the latter. I think I'm just so used to playing games that are like the original one, on how it looks, on where your imagination fills in a lot of stuff, given I have not seen it on a full screen, and so my opinion might change on that. I did like Final Fantasy IX might be one of the ones I end up getting. It's one I've been looking at, and I probably will try a bit of both before I stream it, if I do get it, like an hour one way, then replay the same first hour again with the new thing, just to see how it feels in actuality. But I do see a lot of what you mean, especially when the fighting background with all the faces and all that stuff. I did check it out right after that one. She's changed a bit. She used to be so gentle, always smiling, everyone liked her. She's wearing an outfit that I would expect like a dictator to wear. That doesn't scream gentle to me. I'm having trouble imagining. Yeah. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she's, well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Yeah, it's a night. Oh, I will give it that. It is a night and day difference. Like, it is a, like, good difference. It's, like, I could definitely see why, even without playing it, why people would prefer the latter, like why you would prefer it. I know I'm very used to stuff in the original, like I said, where your like imagination fills in a lot of the blanks, and I haven't played in actuality, like seeing it full on my screen and whatnot. And so it's definitely enough of a difference to where I want to try out both, if I do end up getting Final Fantasy IX, to see which one I prefer. Like, it is a there is a great enough difference to make it worth a shot, like to check out. Unlike this, where like there was a mod for this to remove the white flashbang that it gives me every now and then. I keep forgetting to install it, and at a certain point I think my eyes just got used to getting flashbanged. Let's go to this underground parking office. Okay, nothing to talk about. I can't show you my badge again. All right, let's go see what's happened here. This is a weird. This is way too fancy for me. I'm used to parking garages being heavy cement, like just like cement. Possibly looks like it's about to break apart. This one looks very like pure metal sheets and everything. Like, this is. I never thought I would say this is a fancy parking lot, but here we are. So this is the lot where it all happened. Well, just keeping it OG. It doesn't add any new textures, just fixes the existing ones. I did notice some artifacts when I was looking at them directly with like the background that come from like the way it upscaled. It's something I don't think I would notice in gameplay, and that's why I kind of wanted to keep it like I wanted to try both to see how much it stands out for me, because I did notice some there, but it's something because it's like if that barrel in the background right above me had just a little bit of a clipping, I wouldn't notice it unless I was looking at it directly, type of thing. Like, I did see in one of the comments that they did that the original, I don't know if it's the original artist, someone had the high definition textures in development, just they no longer have them in their possession, which is kind of sad to see if that is true, where like Square didn't know, like they no longer just have the original assets before they downscaled them to make them work, like on the hardware at the time, and so they couldn't even do like a proper one. Like that is just kind of sad to see if that's true, because just a person I love, you know, I love the preserving of like old stuff, like the old games, because a lot of them are in a lot better definition than what we got. We just, the hardware limitations at the time and whatnot. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that, oh, well, I screwed up saying that, jeez. Funny that my first visit to prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. What are you, you're just interrupting their investigation. Well, they're going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. Try not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed around here, partner? Partner? Either way, you playing as a win. That game is almost, if not, is the perfect Final Fantasy game. Yeah, it is one I'm definitely trying to get all of. I don't know when exactly I would stream it, because I do need to get back to Kingdom Hearts eventually and play and get Birth by Sleep going, which hopefully will be sooner rather than later, because I am starting to feel that urge to get it going again. You know, if I did end up getting Final Fantasy 9, it would probably be after Birth by Sleep if I had to take a guess. But yeah, like Final Fantasy 9, and I'm trying to think of what else. It was some other JRPG I was looking at that the name's slipping my mind. But I'm looking at getting a few of those like that. That's just games I've always wanted to try for the most part. See how they are. Who is this? Oh, what the? What? There's no way you can wear this as a detective, right? Like, can you just do this? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Birth by Sleep is the best Kingdom Hearts game. Final Fantasy 9 is somewhat long. You should play Yuppie first since it's a way short game. Oh yeah, Yuppie, assuming I have my voice. Because I've been dealing with a cold the last couple of days. Assuming I have my voice till tomorrow, it will be, like, most likely, it will be tomorrow. At, like, either 5 or 6 p.m. CST. I'm still not 100% on one or the other. But if like, assuming I just have my voice. If not, it'll be Monday. Like, it will be the next stream. It just, if, like, it comes down to how much do I have my voice, sadly. And because I just looked on like howlonthebeat.com, whatever's typed in the game's name and whatnot. It looks like it takes like 4 or something hours to beat, and so assuming I have my voice tomorrow, I'll try and just beat it. I'll just try and get all through it tomorrow. But yeah, Birth by Sleep is, from what I remember, I had a lot of fun doing it. I only played through it once. So far, I would say, of the ones that I fully remember playing, I think 3 is still my fave, personally. But Birth by Sleep is probably the one I remember the least playing about, outside of, you know, Aqua. Because how could you ever forget Aqua? But I'm looking forward to it a lot. I still don't know if I'm going to play that when I'm proud or not. I don't think I'm going to 100% like I did 2, unless it's a lot shorter 100% than 2. That's something I'm probably going to have to look at. But if it's shorter 100% than 2, then I'm probably proud it. If it's not, then I'll have to decide between doing all that. 3 being your favorite as well. I have personal attachment to 3, to be honest. And plus, I really, really like the gameplay of 3. It has some, like, the worlds in 3 are probably my favorite. Like, I love the Monsters Inc. world. I love the Toy Story world. I love the Olympus Coliseum world. I love all the stuff in the Keyblade Graveyard. Like, I just love it. Like, some worlds I do not like Arden World. I just don't like that world at all. I don't know how many do. I think even Frozen fans weren't the biggest fan of it. But it has personal attachment, especially because, you know, it has a good Monsters Inc. world, which I've been waiting for my whole life. I love Monsters Inc. was one of my favorite movies growing up, and all the games I played for it, like Monsters Inc., the movie tie-in game on PlayStation 2, was not that good. From what I remember, it was just not that good. Even as a kid, I understood that it was not that good. And Scream Team, I didn't have a memory card on my PlayStation, and so I could never get. I played pretty much the same first world over and over, and so having something like that good that was Monsters Inc. It hit home, and that alone puts it a bit above the others. Like my top 3 faves that I remember playing, it's probably my order. I don't think changed, but I think 2 has gone up a lot more. Of it being 3, 1, and then 2. Or depending on when you ask me, it might be 1, 3, 2. But 2 is definitely a lot. I had a lot more fun than I remembered, like going through it again. Especially now that I 100% it. Like, that felt good to do. That felt real good to do. Like being on the side, like that felt good. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. I've just been making this man shave his beard with a knife for a long time. But this is my gang's gold strike. See? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. Don't get me wrong, 3 is definitely a good game, but out of all the Kingdom Hearts, its story is the weakest, and Kingdom Hearts 1 is your second fave. Kingdom Hearts 1, there's just something about how it has kind of, I don't know any other word to word it, like beauty and simplicity. I acknowledge some of its faults, like the camera controls and all that stuff, but one is probably my second favorite, because you gotta remember Birth by Sleep and all that. I don't remember that much about him, if at all. Like, my list will change entirely. The only ones I clearly and fully remember playing are 1, 2, 3, and Rechain of Memories, even though I never was able to finish Rechain of Memories, and I know that one's at the no matter what happens to the rest of these games, that one's at the bottom. No offense to anyone who likes Chain of Memories, it's at the bottom. Like, I might try the original Chain of Memories one of these days, and now is not the day. But that one, I do like how simple a lot of stuff is. Like I said, it's a beauty and simplicity. It's very, in a way, self-contained as well. I like it. It and 3, it just have a special place in my heart that I don't think any of the other games coming after could really take. Birth by Sleep has a chance because of Aqua. I'll give it that. Like, Birth by Sleep has a good chance just because of that alone. But no, I do like acknowledge that, like, 1, the worlds are very simple for the most part. Like, especially like well, I mean, let's just be honest, most of them. But like, I think all 3 are close, like, because 2 used to be like firmly below all of them from what I remember doing, because I didn't like replaying through the same world twice originally, is how I remembered it. But doing all that again, I think treating it too harshly, and so it's a lot closer to those 3, and I wouldn't fault anyone for having any of those 3 as their top 3 from what I remember. Like, I'm trying to think. Birth by Sleep, I'm definitely interested in, because like I said, it has a chance to overtake all of them because of Aqua, and so it's going to be interesting to find out. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream you want to? What are you talking about, man? Are you're just drinking on the job? You head home now? Happy trails, Bambina. Chain of Memories story, great gameplay, Dog Dookie. Oh, I don't. From everything I hear, it is better on the original, like the original Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color, whichever one it was. Game of it plays a lot better because the mix of the open world and the card combat hurt it a lot. But Rechain of Memories, I cannot get through that gameplay personally. It just feels so, not wonky, but it just feels so wrong. I could see the vision entirely, and I could see it there. I could see potential greatness there. But for me, it just whiffs. Like, it just misses the last hit on it. The story is great though. Like, I love the story for it, but Rechain of Memories gameplay itself, I have not been able to finish. I've been able to finish a lot of games that I have not clicked with, or like thought the gameplay wasn't good because it had a great story. That was not one of them. Was that Hombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective who thinks he's the sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. He's a huge fan of Clint Eastwood movies. You can't fault him. Is that a wallet on the ground? What's this? I accidentally skipped it, and this game doesn't have a transcript. Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. Yeah, it's part of the case. Just, you know, pocket that wallet. How is that scientific? It just sounds like theft. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age, here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes sparkle. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Now, look at the court record. Okay. Oh, she just took control of her. Okay. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Let's start examining from every angle. All right, so... oh, jeez. We're going zero escape on this. Oh, look. I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of A. This is weird. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189, yada yada yada. Well, see, isn't scientific investigation useful? This is more seeing whose wallet I'm stealing. I guess though, I don't see what science has to do with this. Goodman ID is added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence you find. Guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. Can I do this? Not profiles. How did I... yeah, there we go. Wait, why does my badge have a screw on the back? Well, so this is what the back of a badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why is it a screw? Each badge has a number carved into it. That way, you can tell which attorney it belongs to. I mean, you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. That's no fun. What does that say? Oh. Is that supposed to be like a rough lawyers association? Wait, what is it? I can see, I think I don't know what that word says. There's my badge number. Alright, let's examine around. Can I use it on this? No clues there. Look, a door. That must mean it means it opens. I'm not sure that door means anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Yeah, let's... is there a keypad I could use it on, or no? A ladder. It's a step ladder. What's the difference in scientific terms, please? How do you explain the difference in scientific? Actually, what is the difference between a ladder and step ladder? Is step ladder just because it folds out? And a ladder is just like hanged on to something? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This seems so horribly familiar somehow. Is this a... how come I can't investigate that? That's like a latch at the bottom. That seems like prime investigation material. A phone. Let's see if it works. Don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. Can't hear anything. My ears know my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? What did you say? So you could hear us fine. The phone's broken. Isn't that a huge thing that the phone down here is broken? This wall's in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. The wall is merely a facade, hidden in truth. There is no wall but a water tank. And then here's some barrels. An oil drum looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I'll hide in here and do a stakeout? Yeah, you'll just be arrested for like trespassing in the prosecution office. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Agree to disagree on that. Let's slide over. Oh, that's a lot more of a crime scene right there. Yeah, that I imagine is the crime scene. Well, no time to waste. Let's go hunting for clues. I don't know what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. You got nothing left to shave, man. You've been cutting at it for like the last hour. Like I said before, this here's our claim. Best be moseying along unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. That's not really that scary, man. Like, that's just... he's just LARPing. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, this little filly's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides that red Mustang with the body and her saddle? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vitals or vitals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a Curvessa you like. Where is this? What? Note this self. Look up Vital Saloon. Okay, how do you not know what a saloon is? Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. Can I investigate the rest of the place? In any case, stay away from the car. You go around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. I think he's responsible for everything. Personally, I think he did it. Maybe there's some clues around here. Let's check it out. Excuse... Are you two all set? Us? Hi? What are you doing here? You're selling lunches here? It's a crime. I mean, this is just... I'm surprised it's not like a food truck or anything, to be honest. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. That looks... Both of these look delicious, not gonna lie. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly like the type to have a clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. You know, my days as the cough up... What? What type of nickname is that? Cough up? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned in my eyes, you might say. Yes, all this sordid... Oh, she's the witness. Secrets. Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. Yeah, I'm guessing she's the witness. Yeah, she clearly saw me committing the crime. I mean, you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please. Can you just give us an actual name so I don't have to call you Cough Up Queen? The name is... Thank you. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. How about the case first? Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? Well, yesterday was New Year's. So it was pretty special. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know that the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of... Can anyone speak just clearly, please? Anyone. I'm begging you. Evil ones. Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. True. Like, if this world has taught me anything, is that people on the prosecution side in this world are horrible. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to waste their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this evil? Young miss, not me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough Up Queen. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, it was in his car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Wait, what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What did you see? What exactly that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Elena Sky wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. I mean, you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ear. You're smiling a lot for saying that. And the rhythmic beat of Elena Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Elena Sky? Of course. She's quite a feat. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? Is no one normal? Can someone involved in this case be normal? Like Emma's the closest to normal here. And that's saying something. She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Well, I'm gonna first ask about Angel first. Can we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? Come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and the best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind that you can only tell someone who's tried General Zala's trilobite lunch set. Is that fish like... Is that a two-headed fish? Never mind, you win. don't even want to appreciate part of this trial bites flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? Is this security room over there? The glass wall boo? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. It's here anyway. Guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you must start a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Not... Okay, Phoenix. Useful analysis, not... That's just rude. She's trying her best. At least she's actually trying to do something unlike you so far. Did you have a bad experience with our prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams and... I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. I wouldn't be surprised. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically... No, that's... You don't even need to say scientifically speaking. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen. I thought she was a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. So can I go to the... Okay, so I can't go to the office. What the heck am I seeing? Okay. So we got... That's the Steel Samurai right there. We have just the letter K on, I think, a board. That might be like a surfboard or something. We have a fancy outfit, like, hanged up on the wall. That is a huge pot of flowers. I guess that is a ladder behind me, and so that is a different than a step ladder. And that desk looks fancy. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office. Okay, that's just uncalled for. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy. Wait, that shield. It takes real nerve to display something like this. Whoever's office this is, they sure must be a real stuck-up jerk. I'm pretty sure this is your sister's. Phoenix, right? You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Oh, hi there. I know I recognize that from somewhere, but I thought that was a fit. I thought that was just a common fit for prosecutors. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? You know him from somewhere? She mentioned the murder case. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister... I thought... Oh, I guess they said hi, prosecutor, not she, prosecutor. Well, what brings you here? I warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. Just Mr. Wright here, Hey, don't blame me for this. This dude, like... Well, we went to school together and everything. First year investigating a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? She's just insulting the hell out of him. Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. Alright, first let's examine this chessboard. I want to see how your game's going. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chest, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Those horses are mountain knights. The swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn's spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. Also, why is there no king on the blue? Like, there's not even a check to put him in. He's been long since defeated. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it? I did not even allude to that or even think that. After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. We don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't mean to do that. I mean, wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again. That didn't sound forced whatsoever. I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was quite a surprise for me too. Yeah, I imagine, like knowing either your car was the sign of a dead body that you knew nothing about, or opening the trunk to just see it. Either way is horrible. To think that my own car become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, being forced to prove my superior's guilt. Oh, we're screwed. I can't understand. Wait, what did you say? My this guy is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself. So I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean, rumors? I've heard the rumors about... no, I've been out of it for the last 2 months. Miles Edgeworth. I mean, him fabricating evidence and all that stuff, I don't think would be the big thing, because that just seems to be a common thing with the prosecutors. For forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Yeah, just like that Von Karma. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people will need very little excuse to think ill of others. Fact of life, possible to stop. But, I had like a sneeze just like go in and out for some reason. That was like, I didn't even sneeze. I felt it come up. I quickly muted the mic just to not blow up people's eardrums, and then it just immediately went away. Some of them go so far to present me with toys like this. I think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? That's not bronze. That is, I mean, I guess that could be. I guess that's what bronze is like whenever it's like, what's the word? Not, I guess, rusted. Atlanta Sky. J. Prosecutor Sky, yes. We worked together on a case 2 years ago. It's my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. Appears I was mistaken. Why? I mean, I know she was not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Well, she stabbed someone in the trunk of my car. Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Okay, I could definitely see why people would think you did it. Your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my... Okay, that makes more sense. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, candy tickets, that's not a joke. You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. I guess let's go do that whole check out thing here. There's blood here. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it out in the wild? Edgeworth in the wild? I think the fruit peeling theory is more likely. I always pictured, and he's not an outdoorsman. He went on the lake once that we know of, and he got framed for murder. Now that's a scary thought. Okay, and so nothing there. I guess there's nothing else here to look at. It is neat you could do that though. Examine, probably ask about the K shield. Been wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Mumbles, a prosecutor. Oh, King of Prosecutors. It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of yeah. It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, K stands for King? Yeah, I got a problem with that. I didn't design the thing. Sounds like Employee of the Month, only better. I mean, I guess I've been Employee of the Month for this place for as long as I remember. It's let me touch it again. Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congrats, King of Prosecutors. Stop saying that. That doesn't explain one thing. Why is it tip the shield, bro? It might just be like that. It could just, like, that could just be the design. Let's go take a look at it, shall we? Oh, that actually is neat, like having that behind it too. Should I not investigate any part of it? I guess not. Even though it told me I could do stuff like... Oh, what the heck? Is that the list of names of past winners, I'm guessing? Let's check it out. There's a metal plate here. Looks like the name of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Yeah, I think that's just a common thing with trophies, remember, right? One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. No. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Well, your sister might. Your sister just might be able to meet him once again. When she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Is that really what you want to get from it? I guess let's examine around some more. Probably look at this. This jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Never seen him wear it. Sure, there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. the flash just ruins the jacket. Like, you're just gonna ruin the quality of it. Just getting way too excited about this. I've been meaning to ask about the Steel Samurai. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant Steel Samurai. Wow, I want one, huh? Something written in the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy. Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the old bag. I don't think so. I would hope not, actually. For his sake, I really hope not. What a pretty tea set. I go more by instant tea bag for the instant tea bags myself. Understandable. Amazing. The drawer bowl is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. I can go for some, like, Earl Grey tea right now. There's such thing as taking a hobby too far. No, like, let a man enjoy tea. Like, tea is good. Like, what's the issue here, Phoenix? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did you just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Yeah, don't steal from the chief, I guess the high prosecutor. Anything else that I can click on? I guess these. Whoa, these are all case files. They're all stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Must have someone get them for him. Probably him. Strange. Why just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must be. Oh, he probably does all the polishing. Now I think about it. He must study these case file reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. I mean, heights are horrible. I am just like him. Heights are... No, they're horrific. Whoa, what a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. No, I would hate being up there. I cannot deal with looking out of high places at all. Incidentally, we were to jump out of the window. The time until impact with the ground would be... Why would you want me to do that? Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. Is she right about that? Let me go look. Assuming every 4 is 12. Let's go. Let me pull up a calculator real quick. I'm gonna make sure she's right on this. Calculator. Velocity is what? It would be mass times. Well, actually, I need distance. And so if I just do 9.8, I'm just gonna divide it by that is bad math. I forgot exactly the formula for it. I mean that. I think that from what I can tell, that might be close. I'll just go with that. That's handy to know. I guess there's nothing really more to talk about. Maybe present the ID. Say Edgeworth. I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. I wish someone finally speaks up for him doing this. It happened 4 times last time. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. I'll ask him at the knife. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you. He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah. With Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. At least that's good to know. Here's my badge. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time. It's not too late to switch sides. You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. I guess I should head back to the parking lot. I don't know what to do here. Maybe go to... There's... Okay, nothing there. Let's move to Wright & Co. Talk. Nothing new to talk about. Back to the underground parking lot. I can't slide over. I guess let me present this. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards, especially not a card belonging to someone else. It's an ID, it belongs to the detective, and you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. I always feel like I'm being mocked. Great to go look at this. You said you wanted some hot tea, right? I do. I did say that. I don't know how she knew it, but you must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infused the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Could you take a look at this? Oh, it's just the same thing. Oh, I think, okay, I'm glad I did not do it again. Is there anything new to talk about? No. Examine. I can't slide over. Maybe there's something more in the high. All right, let me examine it again some more. There's something I missed. I guess the couch. This has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. But he pours over his case files here into the wee hours of the morning. And he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeve, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. Ooh, I don't want to be imagining stuff like that. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. So cool. Sofa hair is cool. I mean, some people like bedhead. I mean, I get it. I understand. I don't think there's anything left here for me to look at that I haven't looked at yet. There's the chest. I have looked at the case files. Is there anything left to talk to him about? No. I presented everything. I can't move to the... Maybe I missed something here. Examine. This is where the car leaves the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? This is plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of dual purpose. The theory of relative... I don't think it's that. I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright, maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German? Or was it... Huh? Mr. Relatively... Are you sure... Relativity. Are you sure that was his name? Wasn't that Einstein? So wouldn't the answer be German? Actually, was he German or was he like Austrian or something? I just knew he was European. A stylish glass-walled room, very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. It's to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. It's bad they don't have tests for common sense. She's really good at science, just don't ask her to do anything else. Is there anything else left to investigate? I guess I probably must investigate that terminal, but I guess I can't. I love how, oh, I just noticed the hourglass goes around that. Maybe there was something that, am I supposed to do something here in the detention center? Like, I'm running out of things to do. Maybe I need to present her something. Do you recognize him? See this? Ah, I'm such defense attorneys have a tendency to show people things. Oh, okay, it's the same thing here. And then I guess I'll just try with this. All right, is there something on here I was supposed to look at, maybe? Because it did say, why is it broken? And we never got the answer to why it was broken. So we investigated that fully. Let me check the knife here. Did I investigate this fully? I'm kind of lost on what to do at this point. Maybe there's something on this ID I was supposed to do. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Well, they're silly. The reason we have a written language in the first place. Sergeant Bruce Goodman ID. Yabba dab. See? Wouldn't it be better? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Alright, was... anything on the back I need? No. I'm kind of at a loss here. Maybe I can zoom in on the police department thing? No. I'm kind of, I kind of just trying to think about what I could, like, do here. Like, I'm kind of lost on... I feel like I've examined everything and have nothing, like, left to do or, like, to show. The only thing I could think of is maybe... I don't even know. Because I talked to Edgeworth. Who... move... let's see. So... yeah, I can't do anything here. What? Oh, why is it... Oh, I didn't realize my scroll wheel did that. I was busy, like, scrolling back over to the YouTube chat and whatnot, and it just... Wait, how fast can I fly this thing? Oh, apparently it... Okay. So just... I guess I just did an excellent timeout. Does it not... Well, if I disable the scroll lock on my wheel... Oh, it's rate limited. Oh. Let's see. So, what can I do here? So, I've already taught to you about everything, about prosecutors, taught to you and everything. I'm presenting you everything, but I think my attorney badge. Defense attorney might be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you... Ah, no, I'd win. Hot tackling, Lunchland's Pickle Supreme Lunchbox. Wow, it really is crunchy. Box of pickles. I'm not a fan of pickles. I would not want that. Let me... I don't know what else I could do. I guess let's move back to the High Prosecutor's office and try and think about what I could do here. Did I run out of things to talk to him about? The case, yeah. Maybe, let me just... Chief Prosecutor, first big case. Appears I was mistaken. Then why? Not only that. And that's how we got the knife. Are you sure? Yeah, and here's the joke. So there's nothing left there. I could have sworn I presented everything. Did I present the king a trophy to him? So basically this says you're the best of the best last year. Oh, I think this is different. See that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. I mean, I think it's a pretty good trophy, if I say so myself, man. Like, it does not look bad. It looks neat. Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes. Right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award. For better or for worse. I mean, some people just don't care for awards. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Okay, so I guess I just skipped over that one. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? It was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. Did Gumshoe win anything? That's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No. Place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Okay, so we got the parking stub. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15, so he just got back. It happened right as you got back. What, Mr. Wright? I appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. What the heck? Who? Who are you and why do you look like that? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What'd you find? New evidence of the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation's going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in the report. I think I had a shirt. Edgeworth's lid below. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. But I'm following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I do not like this guy. Give me your name. Meekins, Officer Meekins. I'm gonna say Mr. Mises. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. That was kind of mean, right? Yes. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police station. You can ask more there. Thanks. I guess we could just... Yeah, I guess I just needed to do that. Now we can head to the police department and actually get some work. I do not like how that mascot is still there. That mascot, I'm not a fan. We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? That took almost 30 minutes by taxi and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? That's the mascot. Oh, it has mute. Oh, I did not. Yeah, it is disturbing. Why is it undulate like that? This is the Blue Badger. Try and make him the police mascot. Sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh. He noticed me. He sure is running over here. Please tell me it's Gumshoe. There we go. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? Why couldn't we get a scene with that? Well, at least he doesn't seem busy. This seems our chance to get information. Hey, I'll know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. Better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. It's kind of late for that. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. I mean, I guess it's like, what if she's not telling the truth? Well, yes, well, no, pal. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lena Sky's sister. Whoa. The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yeah, oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. They prefer the word forged. It's just that it's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. What'd you do this time? What do you mean this time? And what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. That seems to be very limited on who could even do that. Only the highest ranking people are being allowed in the criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know it's an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Is there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of the crime scene, it's unheard of, pal. Is there anything I can present you with? Can you tell me about this? This is a detective ID card. You can't keep that. You're the training the police. It's people like you that get me in so much trouble all the time. Me and Detective Gumshoe must drop his car off. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sound familiar. Nah, my mistake. It's Saul Goodman. Now I remember. Yeah, Saul Goodman. How can you forget him? Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Let's ask about the knife. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbing Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Car and knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. We're at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe. I got an award for diligence myself. Congrats. Why is the award a shield? And why is it? I guess it. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Because it's like breaking through the defense. There's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, it's forgotten. I was proud of Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers must be because the rumors. Okay, I guess that's just the same thing. Oh, okay, I did not want to do it again. I guess I should click on this. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This date at the crime scene. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he would have been caught up in this whole affair, perhaps. Just goes to show you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light. I don't think Edgeworth would run yellows, to be honest. I guess, yeah, I could ask about the two things. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. I think it's strange. I mean, why would the victim's ID card just be lying on the ground where we found it? I feel like that would be taken already. Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too, but Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Landon's confessing as much. What's his troubles? He's in a tough spot. Again, he's probably talking about the whole, this incident and whatnot. That is a bit of a tough position to be in. It all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say that the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. That is true, like, because if things go wrong, you're in a bit of trouble. Let's go talk to Edgeworth again, see if he has anything. Nope, never mind. Talk, nothing new here. Move. Let's go back to, I guess, the police department. Can I go in? Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Is there anything else going on that I need to look at? Talk. Can't imagine there's anything more I need to do. Maybe can I look at him more closely? I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger is my masterpiece. Oh, I gotta look at it again. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing. Nice work. It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances, dances, dances until the battery dies. Fated to dance until he drops. Okay, that is weird on how that is evidence. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? I met the guy who is, what's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, he's just a regular officer from West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. What, pal? Let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction received from Gumshoe. Alright, I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. I mean, that is helpful. I guess let's move back there and hand them this. That way I can go look at the crime scene. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, babe. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too? Oh, so she's just dating everyone. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Strange guy put in charge of crime scene. Let me present, I guess, this to him. Would you mind reading this for me? I warn you, fan letters to me go right to the spittoon. I don't know if that's how that works, but it's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Can I investigate? Oh, that old cow dog? You holding a birthday party or something? Look, where it should say introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, crews are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler or strike out for lands unknown. We're gonna go settle some more cities in Civ 6. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigators are like settling land. Mr. Wright, what do you say? Sam won't be needing this anymore. Alright. Let's slide on over and start our examination. I didn't get to look at this last time. I got interrupted. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. Should we check it out? Yeah, I mean, check it out. Right, let's check it out. Oh, I don't get a choice on how to move. Alright. Is there any way I could, like, open it? I wanna just open it up. Is there no way to do that? Zoom in. Oh, there we go. I need, okay. Yeah, because you have to like hit the slides on the old phones. I remember now. This one's still on the redial screen. Redial, Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry. I don't even know things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Just, you never know people from your generation. I'll shut this phone out. So I guess I should hit the redial button. Now see the owner of the cell phone call last. Note the self. Defense attorney doesn't think first, she just pushes the button. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Ah, sorry, I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on their phone, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was just on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone, except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. Where'd that phone ring just now? One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry. That was my phone. Why? She was trying to call you? What, your phone? It's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I'm inside the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. So the last call was made, it looks like maybe the right? This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on them. You have to be the only person I know who would come to that conclusion. Oh, that's not what I wanted to look at. What? It looks like some note of sort. 675-12-2. Looks like something's written on it. And it's from Goodman. 67S 12-2. There's a name print on that paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Not the self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Yeah, I don't think Edgeworth would know. And then let's look at the car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted, which means she broke the lock. Is she a liar? I mean, I don't know who's telling the truth anymore. There are so many things that just... I think, yeah, she's right that I'm not good at deductive reasoning. Edgeworth wouldn't know, but everyone just lying about everything is what I'm getting from this. I don't trust him because I don't trust the marshal because he knows the Angel Star, and Angel Star also knows the security guard. Her phone call went to me, and I never got the phone call beforehand. Edgeworth's car's involved in this all. The only thing I know is Emma might be the only person without blood in her hands right now. And even then, I'm not 100% sure. It just screams, I have money to burn. Prosecutors get the big bucks. And that's why we're broke living in that prosecutor's office. Can I look at this barrel? I already did. I don't... A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you. I don't work at McDonald's. I have an office. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. I could not put my car on one of these things. I would not be able to do that. Like, just having it in an elevator, I would not trust it at all. Beat block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see over the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. You're right. I like the cute design on the door. I see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy stuff. Oh, they got cannibalism. Doesn't it strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it. You'll be fine. Yeah, just don't think about the cannibalism there. What can I do here? I think that's hi. Do you know? I guess you know what? Let's go actually see cannibalism. Yeah, there is. You got the cow eating the steak. They're just making the cartoon cow eat his own, man. It's messed up. It's an evil world we live in. I'll give you this note. Why not? All right, count to 3. You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in you're not from Texas. You're from West LA. Remind me never visit Texas. I don't know what to do with any of this. Let's go to no one there. I don't remember the cannibalism arc in Ace Attorney. Really messed up case, man. Like, it was a very horrible one. Like, it had some sick evidence, like disgusting evidence. Police, do you know anything about these? As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than go blabbing on things I don't know about. I wouldn't want to do that either. Let me maybe check this. Oh, I can't do the whole... Is that the only one I can't, like, view around and whatnot? I can't rotate that? That makes me think that it's going to be something important on the back of that thing if I can't even rotate it. Was there anything else here I could do? Was that the one where Phoenix snapped? I mean, Phoenix is not... He didn't snap himself. He just witnessed, like... Emma lost it. Her sister being accused for all these horrible things. She lost it, and Phoenix just decided to help out. He felt guilt for the same way he didn't help out Maya, and so he just didn't care. He just went with it all. It was a horrible, horrible chapter. Never mind. It's nothing. Just... So I can't even press the redial. What am I missing then? Was there something I missed over here? Low-key valid. I mean, he was valid to help her out, deal with the whole, like, the trauma thing after the whole case, but this, I know you want to help out with after Maya. You didn't help out Maya, so you wanted to make things right. I don't think that helping her with that was the answer. Is there anything I missed here? What could I missed? Like, so I had that. I examined the back. If I look around there, I cleared out all the evidence. I presented everything to everyone because Edgeworth is gone. Maybe the marshal. Maybe I need to present something to the marshal. Let me slide back over. Actually, you know what? I just want to see what he talked about the Blue Badger. The bat was canceled by the fact they got cleared of guilt in the end. I don't know, man. I know he's supposed to help her out and everything all the way, but I feel like he should have thrown that case. I don't. We have a cannibal walking free. Okay, I gotta draw evidence. Maybe talk. Oh, there actually is stuff to talk about. Can you tell us more about the victim? Right, I hope that's like vodka and I hope that's not vodka the drink. I hope it's like the vodka in Uma Musume where she just drinks tea out of those things, because I don't think it'd be a good idea for you to be drunk on the job, to be honest, especially when you're shaving with a knife. You're not shaving anything really. It's gone by now. Friends support friends. Listen, if I was told my friend was a cannibal, I might I'm gonna think he's joking at first, unless if I was a witness to that. I mean, I'd be vomiting profusely for one, and two, I'd probably be running for a fast. I would not. I don't know if I'd have. No, I would probably. I don't know if I would not defend him in the slightest. No, murder. It's easier to look past the murder part of it than the cannibalism part of it. Good men always die young. Remember that, partner? And aren't you like you're probably in your 30s or 50s? I want to take some of the nibble out of the. I want to take a nibble out of the goodness of my heart. Depends on where. If I'm getting a new piercing anyway, you can go ahead and like just puncture the hole yourself. Depends on also who it is. It very much depends on who it is. Could you be a little more specific? Where's Goodman? He was a detective, right? Exactly, you get me. I mean, I feel like the nibbling part of it is a bit different than all out what Emma did, this whole out cannibalism. Like grilling and she did grilling, she did chili. It was an awful thing. I see his age. Good men die young, and he's 33. So he's not a good man. I mean, for 31, she aged pretty well. Same thing, like 29. Honestly, I would figure she was older than her. Some people like their steak raw. I mean, I like my steak medium rare. I don't know. I do not know how people eat well done steaks, to be honest. I don't know how that happens. Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Free Emma 2026. No, like keep her locked. I mean, she's already free. We got her off, but like she should be locked up. Detective Gunman was stabbed here at 5:15. I ate well done steak. I don't know how you do it. I don't understand it. Like it is. I don't get it. I don't. Like it's well done steak for me. Just I hate it. I'm sorry. It's just for me it's disgusting. If it isn't charred, I don't want it genuinely. If I wanted charred steak, I'd eat beef jerky. That's how I personally feel about it. Like if I wanted a well done steak, I'd eat beef jerky. Like I would go buy me that bag of like teriyaki beef jerky from the store for like $6.99. It'd also be a lot cheaper, I feel like. The smile of Madonna told me the tale. I think he means to witness Miss Angel Star. It isn't the same. I mean, I don't like my steak to be tough. I just, and plus it's more likely to be burned. It's medium rare is how I go for it. Medium well for me is like the final point to where like, okay, you're getting near the line. You aren't at the line yet, but once you go well done, that it's just crust. Now, like if I don't know, I hope it was jokes. I've seen a couple people on video as well eats like medium rare chicken. I hope they were joking, because there's natural selection. I feel like at that point you're just asking for stuff to happen if you eat medium rare chicken consistently, because there's no such thing as that. It's either raw or it's cooked. But it's not like that for like steak. Medium rare is fine. I'm allergic to chicken, or allergic to a medium rare, or like allergic to chicken or steak. Like, and that's why you get it well done. Because if it's like an allergy on why you have it well done steak, then you know, that's forgiven. Oh, allergic to chicken? I don't know if I've heard of that one before. Like that like, is it all types of chicken? Like, is it like, or is it like the ingredients in some type of chicken, like a fried chicken, or like the McDonald's like chicken nuggets? Like, is it just like the meat aspect of it? Oh, chicken, I blew up like a balloon. Oh, so it's kind of like a shellfish allergy, is I guess the best way to describe it. Because I guess I've not heard of that one. Turkey as well. What I'm just wondering what the commonality between chicken and turkey is that it could be. Because I know, like, I'm allergic. I'm not allergic to peanuts, but I'm allergic to a lot of brands of peanut butter because some of the ways they process it and do all that type of stuff. And so it's easier for me to say I'm allergic to peanut butter than it is to say I'm allergic to this long ingredient I don't even know the name of. I just know I'm allergic. I could eat some just fine. Because, like I said, that is interesting, not gonna lie. I hate to say it's interesting because it's an allergy where you blow up like a balloon, so you can't eat chicken. Like, I hate wording it like that, but I don't know any other way to word it, because, like, I've not heard of allergy to chicken before, so it's generally, like, fascinating. And turkey as well, though, like, that's the part that also is, like, I wonder if it's some way, like, those things are processed. Unless you had, like, I mean, I imagine there's tests to figure out if you're just allergic to it outright. because I know like a lot of chicken and turkey is processed in the exact same way, and it's kind of like the peanut butter thing. There's no way to get around it. So I wonder if it's something like that, to be honest, unless you had a test for it. Because I said that is, I would not know how to explain that either. I've had a couple of people test me. Because I don't even know how. I know there's that big allergy test thing they do on, like, they put all those needles down your back and they like just pull it off, which I'm never gonna do in my life. I know I'm allergic to nickel. I know I'm allergic to peanut butter, like some ingredients in peanut butter. That's all I need to know. I'm not gonna do that whole needle test thing that is done, and I don't even know. The needle thing was so bad. Yeah, I cannot stand needles or like blood work, or I cannot deal with any of that. Like it's just it freaks me out just thinking about it. Like I don't know how. I don't like tattoos. Just don't make any sense to me. Just because like the needlework. It's I say is I like have piercings and whatnot, but I don't get to at least see the needle there. The tattoo thing is, what do we almost fainted? Oh, I would be like, the moment I see that gigantic thing that they put on your back, I would faint instantly. Like, I could barely handle like getting blood work. Like I get lightheaded and nearly faint at blood work, and I have to like, I put my hat like over my eyes so I don't have to see it, and even then it's very rough. Like something like that, no, I'm done. I'm out like a light. It would be, it's over. Like, especially because they would have, I think, you lay down like your stomach. Obviously, they could put it on your back. I don't know if they sit you up for it if they lay you down. I swear I almost asked to be sedated, but I tucked it out. Like, you are strong for that. I respect that a lot of it. Like, you are much stronger than me. Because, like I said, I would have fainted in a heartbeat. Like, I would need to be probably like. I wouldn't freak out in the terms of like I would fidget a lot, but definitely in the terms of like. I would just be so uneasy. That'd be like done with it. Also, I guess I didn't get the alerts fixed. I thought I got them fixed, but thank you, Not Mock, for the follow. Really appreciate it. I just saw that go through. For some reason, I need to fix it one of these days. I tried a bit ago, but no, never ever again. Oh, I do not blame you whatsoever. I couldn't do it once. And if I did it once, it's like whatever result you got back from that, I am going with. I don't care if I know some of it is wrong. I'll just roll with it. I'm not dealing with that anymore. Like that, it is. Ugh. Which I will say, I'm glad I found out I was allergic to nickel before I had to do any surgery. But outside of that, the only way I found out I was allergic to nickel is because I got I got a piercing that had nickel in it, and I kind of got cauliflower ear whenever I woke up. 1/7 chest, fine piece of work. We finally get the autopsy report. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. It doesn't say they died 5:30 though. It just says within an hour and a half. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? I find I should mention that Bambina, Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing. She just decided to do it. They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Is this gonna be like the DL6 case where it's gonna be involved in that case from multiple years ago that like Edgeworth mentioned? Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason he didn't do much work with our chief prospector. Let me look at something. Let me look at his photo again. He looks like the one assassin dude from Assassination Classroom. Like one of the ones that tried to, well, they didn't try to, they faked a lot of it because they didn't, like, they thought it was weird they got paid to do that to the class. But like, that was hired by that crazy dude. His beard is so bad. The beard just doesn't fit him. It needs to be grown out a bit more. Like, I could see yeah, it really does. Like, it's just, it kind of goes too much of a chin. Like, it's so triangle. It needs to hang off more is what it needs to do. Like, I could see the vision, but he needs to let it grow out a bit more. Maybe he didn't have a chance. Maybe just like he might have died before he got the chance to do it, but it needs to like go down to like at least probably this top polka dot right here, and then probably have it grow out on the sides a bit more, so it's not like just a thin strip down there. I could see the vision, but he needs some work on it. There's one reason the polka dot tie is like the biggest offense about all of that, to be honest. Like it looks let me go look at it again and make sure I say this right. Okay, I thought it was more up there. I was about to say I thought it looked like a oh god, I really don't want to say this name wrong because of what I'm thinking is the only reason I remember is this Ed and Eddie clip of it. It looks like a Dickie, I think is what it's called. I really hope that's right considering how close that name sounds to me saying something completely different on what it looks like. A Dickie, yeah. Like I just remember an Ed and Eddie clip, not a clip, but like a scene in Ed and Eddie where he opens it up and it's like, and he just yelled like, because his big brother got Eddie a Dickie for Christmas, like because he called him a baby. That's what that reminded me of, because I thought it was a bit shorter. Like I don't know if that's what it's like fully called, or if that's what it's actually called and I'm remembering the clip wrong. But I do think it's that. Don't remember this. You don't remember that from Ed and Eddie, or don't remember Dickie being a thing? Because I remember it from one of the. I think I just want to bring up Dick. If I want to bring up Dick, I'd bring up Dick Gumshoe. Like they gave me an avenue to do that. Like I have an easy avenue for that one. Which very unfortunate two-piece like combo for his name being called Dick and Gumshoe. Very unfortunate. Gumshoe, Gumshoe is one of the goats, but very unfortunate name. Like it's like I said, whenever he got introduced, it's very much like the only one I could think of that is a bigger 1-2 piece combo with the name is Dick Buckus. Like that's the only one I could think of that would be worse. Sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? That does seem to be the case. So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I think the unarmed man would just grab a gun. So I don't mean any offense, but you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this man's never been to Texas. I don't think he's left LA. I'm gonna be honest. This very much reeks like a man who is LARPing that has never actually been to anywhere besides LA. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. He has not been to Texas. There's no way he has, like, there's no way. Anyone that acts and looks like this in the big old year, like walking around with that, you would not find working in LA. You just wouldn't. You would find them probably on the ranch where they actually work at. Like, especially he's walking around with like, he's walking around with the rope. He's walking around like there's no reason for any of this. Like he's LARPing. He's a hard LARPer. But you're a patrolman, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's not true, because we have Detective Gumshoe's on the case. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least. I'm close to Texas, and I already feel the effects of that. Oh, like, I'm here, and I can tell you, it is nothing like this. It is, like, I've been around here for a few years. It is not like that. I have seen, I think, a couple people dressed like this in my entire life. One of them was some politician who was doing a thing on a nearby campus, and I just saw him at a McDonald's, which was funny. Not gonna lie. No shit to you, but I'm not a fan of Texas. I mean, I personally am fine with a lot of stuff here. Like, I hate the weather that's going on right now. It has been horrible to me. It's been a 40-degree change every single day. I appreciate how much of it is just like, without getting, I don't want to get into any politics stinks. I understand why some people aren't a fan of Texas. I very much appreciate how a lot of aspects of it is really just stay out of my life and let me live my life. In a lot of cases, I understand there's some that aren't. Like I said, I don't want to get fully into it. Like, because I do understand probably why some might not be fans. I just like that aspect of it. I keep most of any money I'd make. Get the go on. But I'm originally from Oklahoma and whatnot, and so I feel the difference, I think, a lot more than I would otherwise. But I digress. Can't find his tail. Maybe because he runs with that Edgeworth. Edgeworth. That cow dog's been kicked out of this cow run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigate. I mean, it's been very obvious he's kicked out of it. I'm from Georgia. The only thing I really know about Georgia is I hate to say, 'cause it's how I know about most other places that I haven't been to, is literally their two like football teams that I know of, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Which, what a ending to that. I watched it while sick yesterday, that playoff game. What a weird ending to that one. Well, that was. I know I'm playing this turn, so I don't want to get too much into college football, but that was. I have not seen one like that in a long time. That fake. No, it was a pitch into like the pylon cam for safety football. Yeah, that's all I know about like really Georgia is like the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech. I think Yellow Jackets, right? Don't know nothing about it. Rip. I mean, I get it. It's not for everyone. Like, I just know it because, like, especially like where I'm originally from in Oklahoma, like college football, huge. Like, and so I just grew up with it and whatnot. Like, I just grew up with football, and it just would have been nice. But it's definitely, I definitely get why people would not like it, or like NBA and stuff like that, because I don't pay too much attention to that and whatnot. Fair enough, though. A lot of people do think Georgia Tech and whatever. Yeah, that's what my mind goes to, and also like Atlanta. I think of man, this gets so weird. The only thing I really know about Atlanta, outside obviously the Hawks, is the big airport that I'm pretty sure. I'm either thinking of Atlanta or Denver is like the big airport. Denver's the one that has the weird stuff going on, like the very, very weird statues that are very freaky. But I spent, I think, a total of 30 minutes in Georgia once while waiting for another flight, and that's what I know about it. That's my entire experience in Georgia. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. Probably the confession would be a good one, to be honest. And the prospector tomorrow was none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Listen, I've done this before, and to put this in your terms, Marshall, I've rode this rodeo before. I've booked off. Atlanta's a great place to visit for like a weekend, but I get irritated by traffic if I have to stay longer than 3 days. Oh yeah, I could not deal with any city traffic, to be honest. Like, it's just nah. I hate traffic so much. Like, even it's probably irrational on how much I hate some traffic. Like, I mean, stop and go to traffic, I just hate. Like, there's nothing about that. But even when it's just a long line of not even stop and go traffic, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Like, it's one of the, like you say, like, it would be a place I might visit one of these days. Probably a good bit in the future, if it happens. There's no way I'm staying there. You know, and travel with a 10-minute drive into an hour of agony and despair. Oh yeah, like I hate city traffic. And I've heard some stories about Atlanta, but my only thing is, all I will have to do, I guess, I imagine, if I do have to drive there, is just what's it called? Just, I have to think, man, it was much worse when I visited Houston, because that Houston traffic, they don't have zoning laws there, which is it makes things very weird. Hey, I'm the cheapest viewer here. I mean, hey, don't sell yourself short. I don't know how those haven't been just banned outright by Twitch. It seems like the easiest like way to Texas must be in hell for real. Not Houston is. I'll say that Houston is. Like Dallas traffic is a lot better than I would expect from most other cities. It's still a city traffic. It still ain't that good. Houston not having any zoning laws is very unique to it, and it makes Houston a very hellish place. Like it is. I don't know how people live there. I don't know how people consistently want to go there. Houston is definitely the gate. Like there is two possible places where hell might be on earth if it's in the United States, and it's either in Houston or New Jersey. Maybe LA, to where Marshall is from and all that. So maybe three places. But it is no, like I hate traveling to Houston. I hate going down there. If I have not been down there in years. I didn't even live in Texas, I think, at the time I went down there. New Jersey slander, love it. I got no reason to even slander New Jersey. I just do it because it's easy. Like it's the easiest layup of all time. How can you say that? You and my sister, were they together? Is that what I'm about to hear? My visit to New Jersey was actually the worst ever. Like, is it? I mean, I'm just trying to think of even tourist attractions in New Jersey that can make it even a good experience. Because like everything you'd want to do in New Jersey, like you want to stay in New Jersey and visit New York. No way her sister actually dated that clown. There's something between this cop and her sister I don't know about. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have been getting to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through their prospector's office. I mean, that would make your nose bleed. I really hope her sister never dated this person. That would be horrible. Like, there's no way someone... I mean, it would explain why her outfit's so weird. They're both just LARPers. Dry wind or ill will. Something's up to something here. But who? What's wrong with the atmosphere? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and raging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? Her sister's like an actual prosecutor, though. Yeah, but she's dressed up like she's about to go to like a what, Texas-Mexico war like reenactment. And that's what she's just dressed like she's about to go fight a war in the 1800s. She just chill. She got tassels and everything. Like I'd be wary of anyone wearing that around. Like she looks like she's one step away from becoming a dictator. These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person, but they're off limits, untouchable. You might say. She could dictate me for real. I mean, I feel you on that one. I understand. I don't know too much about her. I haven't seen her that much, and so I got no. I could see the vision. I'm not fully into the vision yet, but I could see the vision. Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lanasky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. She's a pretty alright character, I enjoy her. I'm assuming I get more of her probably like in the following days of the trial, like probably. I'm assuming because like I said, I looked up I didn't look at the long play, I just wanted to see how long it was to see if it's something I could do in one session reasonably. And I'm assuming over the course of like 8 to 9 hours, if not more, I might hopefully get to learn about her and definitely doing her trial. Oh, so it's gonna, I imagine it might be like Edgeworth then in the last one where you learn a lot about him during the trial itself. What they're saying is Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets? That's what the old timers... No. They don't say that. No, they don't. No one says it besides you. You just see more of her personality. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to be pressing and you know, going against her evidence, especially considering the fact that she did guilty. So we're gonna see her snap, I imagine. I don't know why this just reminded me that like when I forgot where it was that I visited. Like when I was like 4, there was some like show going on in there and they were using blank bullets, and I just got one of the cases for the blank bullets, and like one of the shells and all that. I don't know why his comment reminded me of that. This case definitely wasn't my favorite, but it was still pretty good. Love Ace Attorney. I've been enjoying it so far. I don't know if I'm gonna go past the trilogy if I do play more than the first playthrough. Oh yeah, I did play the first 2 cases before, like long ago, but I forgot about most of them. The only thing I remembered going into it was obviously, you know, Wright, Edgeworth, and Maya, but I didn't remember much about Maya. And so everything like from here on out is new to me. I just know that this case, the only thing I know about this case is stuff that I saw a while ago that I think I'm remembering right, where this case originally wasn't part of the original game and was added in either a DS or 3DS re-release, and that's why you have stuff like you could view around, do touch screen stuff and whatnot. But outside of that, like, I'm gonna be even more blind on the next 2 if I end up going through those. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So how are we doing, mister? Oh, we're screwed. Like, no, everything points to her. Like, I'm her defense lawyer. I'm saying she did it. Yeah, this is like a DLC case, and it became officially a part of the game, completely free. That is dope of them to do. I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be? No, Emma, I am sorry. You want to take Maya's position though? Like, there's a spot open in our law office, but no, your sister. It looks like she's going to jail. I'm sorry. But is it true, by the way, that this is the longest case? Because I know it's long, like 8 to 10 hours. But is like this the longest case in the series, or? I own every single Ace Attorney game minus the Phoenix Wright, Professor. Oh, I didn't know how to crossover with Professor Layton. That actually is. I've only played one Professor Layton game somewhat, and I do not remember what it was. I had it on my DS. I might have the case for it somewhere. I might have it like still somewhere. But that sounds like an interesting crossover. That sounds like a fun one. Not gonna lie. From what I remember about the Layton games. I like when the, you know, games do stuff like that, like just crossovers. It feels like we don't get that many anymore that we used to, especially now that they don't have like a system like the DS to do it with, where it's a underpowered system where it's just meant to be portable. Now the Switch is as powerful as a console, so you're expecting console quality. Yeah, that is a big problem. Her saying that she did it and all the evidence pointing towards her does make it a bit difficult. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. By the way, Emma, yes, I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Oh. I think this is the longest case, not gonna lie. Alright, I just want to know what to expect if I went in through more. Like if I ended, I'm trying to play the next 2 games, but I do gonna probably have some like games in between it before I pick it back up, kind of like I do with Kingdom Hearts 2. But fuck, if it wasn't frustrating with some of the new mechanics. Oh, are you talking about like with stuff like having to deal with like this? Because I imagine there's gonna be more than this. I imagine this is not the only new mechanic. And I imagine it's going to be even worse because I'm not going to be on a touch screen. I'm going to be on a controller, which it might be easier just to use my mouse for that. Yep. It is interesting. We got new mechanics at the very end, but I could definitely see the potential for something to be pain. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Maybe she made the call so the redial button would be her sister. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on. You don't. When have you ever known, Phoenix? The only thing that you've done differently this time is you haven't presented key evidence to the person that you're trying to indict. I highly recommended playing other stuff between cases. I played through the first 3 games and got halfway through the Apollo Justice game. Definitely ruined the experience of some cases for me. Yeah, I'm especially doing it to avoid like burnout on stuff. Like that's like after I finished Kingdom Hearts 2, I just started playing like a few games. Like that's why I started picking up this. Is like just I know I want to play like the game after at some point, and so I want to make sure that I don't burn myself out playing so much of it for a long time straight. And I just don't want to keep going with it. Because I imagine it would start like what could be just a minor inconvenience in a future game could just be a like, if you're already feeling burnout, could just be like an end thing. Like, I'm just done with that. You're just over with it. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Pretty good, Dictator Sky. Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. I was super burned out. Took like a summer break, picked it back up. Love the last case. I'm surprised you're able to remember most of it. Like after 7 months, I would have been. I mean, my memory is shot. I probably would have had to replay like everything leading up to it. Rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. I really hope, at least in some way, that these characters show up in the following games. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. Just cool like that. I agree. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. We're screwed, aren't we? Yes, a defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her, and that is you are still alive. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. You know what, Mr. Wright? Oh, we're screwed. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. Are we not gonna have Emma with us? You know, we gotta have her just fill Maya's spot. So I had to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole... There we go. Is she gonna be there with me? There we go. We just, Wright just easily replacing Maya like it's nothing. It's kind of messed up. But, you know. Gotta do what we gotta do to make sure you're not alone out there, even though it's 2-on-1 every time. Prosecution's been ready for a while. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. And just like this time, he pled guilty then too, but I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment has been made here. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else's. This judge is... They couldn't give me a new judge. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's so much. You don't gotta be taking notes here. In fact, I don't know if you can. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Or am I ever? I hope she never has to talk about that. Is that an onigiri on her head? Yes, it is. I can go for one of those right now. In fact, I think I have 2 in the fridge. Actually, you know what? No, that makes me hungry. Like, I really want to eat one of those right now. Caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really waffing it down. And for you, I'll have a Fiesta Bowl. That's copyrighted, or that might not be copyrighted anymore. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Oh, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What? What does that even mean? Wait, what? I don't even know what a tapioca is. Let alone what a pickled tapioca could be. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I found myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Dude, just wait. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? So 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. Everything keeps pointing to 2 years ago. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Aha, I know who you are. Cough up Queen, Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Is there only one judge in this city? Is he the only one? Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Alright, let's... The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? Crime scene took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. Killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why? It was me, Your Honor. Alright, so I'm assuming that's going to come up later if that got saved as evidence, but... Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Does seem rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't agree on principle, Your Honor. See that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth. There's not even a testimony there yet. Should I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give me your word. Judge, aren't you supposed to be impartial here? Wait, are they talking about me? I'm trying to crush her up in dreams, Phoenix. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was a finally honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife in the detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. Welcome back. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. I could see plenty room of doubt. None of that testimony, I think. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed in Detective Goodman. So, Edgeworth, your beloved, I mean, he's a dope character. How does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's really a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. I really hope that the Monty Python and Holy Grail joke is also in the Japanese version of it. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Witness's account? Alright, this might be a bit... Somehow always knew it. So what evidence do I have to work with again? So I have Goodman's ID, the trophy. Edgeworth is one of your favorites. I can definitely see why he is an interesting, like, character. Like, especially after, like, chapter 4. I thought very little of, not very little of him as in went down upon him, but I didn't think of him much as a character until chapter 4, which, you know, is intentional. But after that, you know, I get why some people would really like him. All right, prosecutor's office entered at 5:12. Died. Victim's memo found in trunk. All right, so. All right, let's press her on this maybe. This boyfriend, he's a detective. Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend, you have several? He's such a jerk at times. As far as I can tell, though, at least he's a jerk because it's business. He doesn't mean it personal and whatnot, no. She's just like me. Like on having several boyfriends or like, doing, like, saying this boyfriend like, and all that. Get a joint. The get boy. A player. Oh, yeah, that is not me right there. Yeah, that boyfriend is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. I just that judge, he was not joking himself, though. He was thinking about it. Not the stuff the judge had to think. Me and Emma are on the same wavelength, just like me and Maya were. Like, she fits perfectly here. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's just up on the second level. Judge is always thinking about doing some oh yeah, like the judge, he just agrees with everything the prosecutor says, like without fail. Like, didn't he threaten, I forget, did he threaten to arrest Will Powers despite us clearing his name if we didn't find who the real killer was by the third day? Everyone shits on Phoenix for no reason. There is some, if there's one thing I'll say, there is one thing I really annoys me the hell out of Phoenix, is that he kept presenting the only copy of key decisive evidence to people that have not only proved that, you know how proof of, by the way, that they would kill, but to their face and alone. Like, he did it to Blue Corp and he got kicked out, beaten, got the evidence taken. He should have learned that for like that time. Then he did it with someone, I have proof that you did the killing to the producer, and she just brought in the mafia buddies and did all that. And then he would think, okay, second time he learns. And then he did it in the most important case of his life with Von Karma again. Like, I was stuck on those cases for a bit because I'm like, there's no way this is what it wants me to do, is present this evidence. And it turns out I want to do it. And by the time I was stuck on the Von Karma case, I'm like, okay, I know it wants me to just present this, because Phoenix, like you said, he has no common sense. He doesn't think things through. And I really hope that is only in this game where that happens. I hope in the second and third I don't gotta do that. I hope he's learned his lesson. I know he's a new detective and all, or was. Now you're starting to get a bit veteran, Phoenix. I hope you learned. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. That would be the room of security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime? When I sent something, I don't know if I have anything to press there. Did the wired friends... Let's ask about this, I guess. By Garrett's car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth. Incidentally, the knife which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth. How do I say your name, by the way? Valumia. I don't know if like it's Val, then Lumia. Thanks. No problems. Just stretching real quick. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And that person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. She's telling the truth, presumed. Should hydrate as well. Oh, I was probably here in about like just like right after this testimony. I got some bottled waters next to me. I was probably gonna take a few. I remember you said you were sick. You should drink more water. Yeah, I've been slowly running through like the last 2 water bottles I had, like here next to me. I was gonna probably grab more in a sec. I do appreciate the lookouts, very much so. I'm hoping to have my, I hope like the slight cold medicine I took at least stays for a couple more hours. At least get halfway through the case, because originally I was trying to do it all in one go. I don't know if it will last that long, but we'll see. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when he saw her? Holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying. Well, let's see, the blade is about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. That's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. It's not that hard to boil an egg. You just stick it in boiled water for 8 to 10 minutes. I think 12 at a certain point, you might have the egg burst. Had a call last week, not fun. Oh no, it has been hell. Like, Hope you've been feeling better, though. Hope you're doing well and whatnot. I hope it wasn't the worst. You know, it's never fun, but I hope it didn't, like, kick your ass for a long time. I feel a whole lot better. That is very good to hear. Can't testify to her ability to kill an egg, I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife in Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You didn't see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Fortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, her testimony is flawless. That sounds fatal. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? We'll just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. You're trying to get sick, I get really sick. Glad that was just 3 or 4 days of feeling like crap. Yeah, I don't get sick much, but when I do, it is over for a while. Like, I was out the last 2 days. It was something. Like, I just laid down and like chilled, and then like when I could sit up, I was just playing like DJ Max and Civ 6. Like, I was just like, it was, my voice was gone. How'd you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady uninformed opinion is duly noted. That's a based response, given that they used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. You're speaking a lot here about some stuff that we don't know about. Do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. May continue, Miss Starr. Alright, so we press that. We can maybe press this. Angel also has an unfortunate name, Cough Up Queen. Yeah, I am afraid to figure out what that... Like, I don't want them to go in detail because they're just going to make it sound worse than it already does. You sent some? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? To be fair, so did we in our chapter introduction. It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. It's me, a detective's intuition. Wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? She was apparently good at getting people to confess or whatever. They couldn't have come up with a better name than Cough Up Queen with that. I get the pun there, you know, like cough it up and whatnot. But you could have just there's so many other nicknames you could have done. Like, that might be one of the worst ones you could choose. They didn't have to do it. It seems like she embraces it, and I mean, you know, I feel like if I speak anymore, I'm gonna be starting to slander her. She was young cheese, a pale white cheese, not yet with tangy, with experience on the streets at Greenhorn. Then I must be hard yellowed and sharp as attack. No. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese that met. Oh, that is just uncalled for. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Yeah, Emma had no reason to do that to him. No prints were found. Interesting. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Victim of the memo. It looks like, yeah, she would have had the perfect view right there because there's no car there, so she would have had a perfect view of the crime. I'm trying to figure out where what could be here, because we have no prints here. Entered at 5:12. We know the murder happened. It said at 5:30. But this says 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife in the chest. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, which I think that would stand up to everything else. Like, somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Have I pressed everything yet? I don't know if I forget if I pressed this one or not. Tell me more about this knife. Okay, yeah, okay, we did do this. Yeah, I think that's how we got all this and whatnot. Did I miss? I'm trying to think about what this could possibly... I pressed everything, I think. Because she got fired, is how we learned this. This is how we did the multiple boyfriends. Maybe... Like, this was the premonition through the wire fence, the garage car on the right hand, then the pointy tip. Did I do this one? Tell the... Okay, yeah, the why not stop the crime. I see. It's only a flesh wound. Yeah, it does seem flawless. I'm kind of at a loss on where to go from here. This seems kind of... We might be a bit, you know, screwed, you know. Maybe... Maybe, like... I'm just wondering if it's like that one case. I think it was like chapter... Was it chapter 3 or 4 we had to press the statements in a certain order. Like, we can only get some after we press it. It's like, I guess let me just press everything again until I get something new. They said boyfriend's the detective, the security guard, that, care join. Security guard's what? A. It's on the same level, so you can see everything from there. Yeah, yada yada. Secondly, did you bring your lunchbox by car? Parked in B. B block when she witnessed the crime. Then we're at the scent. Oh yeah, it was like the premonition. Also detective, you on cheese, and then you got roasted by the cheese. Then we garage car. Talk about Edgeworth's car. Incidentally, what it was I think from this case, they all murmur, which is funny because we already said this before. I saw her from the... If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. We can't even know how many proof we can always nitpick. Oh. Okay, so yeah, we did just have to press everything in a certain order. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions of yourself in the future, rookie. Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Oh, she took a photo of it. Oh, that is... No, this makes things a little bit more difficult. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, I'm only seeing this photograph just now. I think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor. Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, we might be screwed. Like, we could be screwed on this. So what was the defendant doing at the time? So let's look at maybe the photo itself. I don't know why. I can't zoom in at all. Well, it gave me this, I'm assuming that's where I found the evidence against everything. Wait, are both of her hands gloved? I wish I could zoom in. I can't tell if both of the hands are gloved or not. I can't tell if her right hand is gloved. You know, I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna say her left hand was gloved and that we have no proof that she was stabbed with the right. That's what I'm gonna go with. Present court photo. Okay, things went silent and you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Sure that is a fine lunch, but isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Well, that's not what I was going for, but at least I got the, right answer. Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That has to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This is the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Sure, I raise an objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. You don't like it? Try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. Emma, she just means that, if you're hungry, and you know you're hungry, just order more from the start. I don't know if it's good advice, but it's advice. I don't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? She could just normally wear gloves. Surgical gloves made out of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. She could just always wear them. Like, that could just be her fashion. She could be like Kyoko Kirigi and Danganronpa. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. So I'm assuming now this is what I need to look at. And... let's go look at the evidence. That wouldn't help. That wouldn't help. Murder weapon using Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces the victim's blood, no prints. It was premeditated. I don't know if she would have used that. I'm gonna keep looking. That wouldn't help. That definitely won't help. One knife wound. We know that to be true. Victim memo found in the car trunk. That won't show premeditation. Near that phone call. Parking lot 4 plans. Near that. The only thing I can think of is the knife. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunch boxes for a living, or box lunches for a living. I guess she could be selling Lux lunch. Lux. I'm not even gonna try anymore. I'm done. I don't know why that is a tongue twister for me. Why is that screwing me up so much? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. So if it was premeditated, why would she use that? What's with this case? Defends that she Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? That's a good question. The defense has a request. We asked the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you say that Elena Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. Gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she also not prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh, this knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. That very insightful statement, very, very powerful one. Like, you do not forget the murder weapon when you're doing stuff like that. Order, order, order. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is good as free. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. He's thinking, right? I believe the next lunch he'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself in thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail, but this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant, Landis-Guy, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Yeah, he does raise a good point. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she was planning on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't... Oh, Edgeworth and Angel hating each other was so fun. Oh, I could see him one that, like... He just might give up at a certain point like he did with, I forget who it was that he just started helping you out on your case. I forgot the case. It was, I think, chapter 3, I think he was helping you out. I could be misremembering. I'm trying to remember who it was. Yeah, I think it was against Damon. It might be. We'd like to hear testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. I think it was was it the producer? No, it was who was it? It might have been the producer. I think it was the producer in the Will Powers case. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Well, I'm the MC of this, so... Really now? Alright, let's see. Am I able to... Okay, I can't pause here, and so I'll wait till her testimony's done to go grab some water. Angel's deduction. Landis-Guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive a human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Well, I already know where it falls apart. And so I might hold off getting a water because I already know where it falls apart. Does sound a lot like premeditation. So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Don't commit the crime first and then we'll talk. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I already know the one. Like, she wasn't stabbed again and again. We were just stabbed once. Actually, since I know it, I think I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to grab it. I will BRB for about, probably 3 to 5. Just, grab some water, chill out for a second. I can't remember. It might have been Producer Woman. That's what I'm thinking is. I think it was Producer Woman because he was helping you out because he saw a flaw that you didn't and kind of knew it. I know that wasn't the first case because it wasn't first or second chapter, so it had to be somewhere in the third, and so I think it was her. But anyway, I'm gonna BRB about like 3 to 5. Just go grab some water real quick, and then go take care of all that. Sure about Samurai. Yeah. Anyway, uno momento, por favor. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Cute BRB screen. Thank you. That I love that GIF from TJ Maxx so much. I do need to eventually probably go and manually record the music video myself instead of just using a GIF I took in order to have it there. But at least, and like also fix up a lot of the BRB screen and like now loading screen in general. Been meaning to do that for a while. Like just touch it up a tad or like do at least have some different stuff every now and then with them. Let's see, where was I? Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Let me sit myself up real quick. There we go. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's like this one present. I already know this one. Like it didn't happen again and again and again. She wasn't just like stabbing over and over and over. Just once. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. Oh god, that looks gross. That looks horrible. That looks like a piece of astroturf. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due from a loss of blood from one stab wound. Ah, you're right. Good. I'm the one that presented that. Where's my credit? What a hunk. He's my. I don't want to. No, like Emma, stop. No, I was the one that did all this. Well, witness, it got the crime scene set right. Oh, thanks. Edgeworth having the witness so. Oh, Edgeworth hating the witness so bad he helps Phoenix. Oh yeah, I cannot blame him. Like especially over if you're just gonna say details like that. No, you just gotta get over. I always believed that no one would ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying that you mistook something for blood? When she looked at her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Emma's crush was so awkward, especially knowing Edgeworth is low-key a loser. I mean, it's... I just don't... Like, she just crediting him for everything I'm doing as well. Like, that's the worst part about it. Like, at least just credit Edgeworth where at least his stuff is due. Like... I'm the one that raised the objection over it. Why does she get praised? The red muffler with that blood to me. That's how nasty the scene was. Obviously just a kid, but OMG. Yeah, there's a crush and then there's that. Was the muffler... I mean, I can't see in this photo at all. I cannot tell if the muffler is red, but there's no red on the back of it. But there's only red on her coat. There's no red anywhere else. And so I'm just gonna go with that. Miss Star, I demand explanation. Oh. Because he has no spine. He has to stand up for himself eventually. He has to, right? The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler. Oh, I thought it meant muffler of a car. Oh. I will say if Phoenix ever does snap, even if he doesn't snap in any of the current games there are, maybe in the next Ace Attorney game. When he does snap, I imagine it's gonna be a spectacle. Like a man like him snapping means something must have happened. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. I went with muffler of a car. And so I was wrong there. I did not know muffler is a fashion wear. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a thing you wear around. I'm guessing that's her scarf thing, and that's, I guess, the name of it. Like the next one, they may not apologize justice. How many Ace Attorney games even are there now? I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna guess 9. I'm gonna guess there's 9 right now. They call scarf and muffler in this one. All right, I see. And so I'll try to remember that, like, cause I was looking at the car. Only professional lunch lady can be so utterly clueless. Phoenix Wright, Apollo Justice, Great Ace Attorney Investigations. Are those all trilogies, or are they all like? No, never mind, not trilogies. Phoenix Wright, Apollo Justice, Great Ace Attorney Investigations. So is there only 4 of them, or is there more like investigations? Only professional lunch lady can be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Oh, he's just going for her throat. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevailed. I'm the defense attorney here. 6 games. Oh, I was just off by just a little bit. What? Was my objection shot liver? Emma, can I get anything out of this, please? Also, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have those chemicals in a courtroom. With multiple episodes. Yeah, just a few cases. But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. She just a lot to write back in. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony just might be the moment of truth. Alright, let's see what we got here. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Quickly, I caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made an escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with the details unless you want to get bitten. Oh, and is this... I don't know if that's much of a threat, but... No, thanks. I mean... Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. She could bite me for... I mean, I feel you on that one. I understand that one fully. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous. I think everyone is. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but with her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? That has to be Edgeworth too. To each their own on that one. Like that one ain't me, personally. But to each their own. She is beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. What? Is this part of the testimony I have to go through? Like, does she have to say that over and over? Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Who are your favorite characters so far, then? Like, if we're talking about just favorite characters outright, like, I don't think there's, like, Edgeworth is, like, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, Maya, Emma. I didn't know Mia long enough. Probably those 4, maybe, I mean, you know, Larry Butts is entertaining. I don't know if I'd consider him a favorite. But, I don't know enough about, like, her yet to make a judgment. I mean, I did like the producer as a character. I thought she was entertaining. I also liked just her outfit in general. Like the producer in chapter 3. And then, what's her I don't remember the one that's from the West. I mean, I agree with that one. I loved her outfit. I love the outfit goes hard. It just sucks that she was involved with the mob and had to be, you know, arrested for killing someone. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition onto her side. I quickly caught her. Arrested her. She mentioned... can you explain more about this? Love a woman who killed... No, I feel you on that one. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes. the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone, she can't mean. I don't know. Would it be a good idea to ask further here? I'll ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered the crime scene? Yes. Ultimately. My memory, it's like a scent. Heading upstream, you see. I don't, yeah, but then the court doesn't see Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall, and we know that one didn't work. On the wall, that's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it's out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. It still is. Good witnessing, witness. Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. When his cell phone updated, the word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I hope we get to the very last case of the series, one of my favorite characters there. Like, last case of, like, the trilogy, or, like, the last case of all 6 games? I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her... Oh, of this trilogy. Yeah, I do. I said I plan on, hopefully getting through all of them. Like, even though it might take, just a tad bit, like taking a break in between them. Like, I know I got, like, burnt by sleep probably after this. Which I'm looking forward to see how that goes after getting done with Kingdom Hearts 2 on Proud. And then it'll probably be after sometime a bit after that, if not after that. Or it might be during, but just a bit later during. Like I said, after this case is done, I'm going to take at least a small break. I don't know fully how long, but I am planning to at least try the second one out. If you know, at that point, if I like the second and keep going with the second, then I gotta finish. I gotta finish the whole trilogy. Alright, what can I present here? The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I think you'll like it. I don't mean this to say, like, in terms of, like, because for stuff like expectations and all that, I really just go in blind to anything I try and play. If you had to, like, say where 1 is compared to 2 and 3, would you say, like, 1 is kind of like, I don't want to say, like, below 2 and 3, because that makes it seem like, oh, this game is, you know, worse, but, like, comparatively type of thing. Like, if if you had to compare, like, the 3, where would it be between the 3, like, in your opinion? Like, so I'm gonna go in with no expectations, because I think that's the right way to go into any game, like, you play. Like, you could be recommended by saying, like, this is the greatest game of all time, but you gotta go in blind and get that, you know, the authentic experience. But I just want to know, like, kind of roughly what to expect in the next 2. Like, do I expect it to be about the same, like, all the way throughout? 2 maybe a bit worse, and then 3 much better? Or, like, you know, they'll both be better, you know? Let's see. So, what? I wonder what prosecutor against Angel Star resistance fetal. All right. Let me ask about. Do you think you'd restate your testimony for the court? I was gonna ask the same thing. I want to say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her cell phone out of her own pocket. So why was the cell phone by the car? And during that time, it climbed over a chain link fence. And then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? It seems like there was something I was supposed to figure out there. Check the cell phone. What could this one... Like, it seems like he's like, oh, I see. Like, he figured something out. But how did it comparatively, I'd say the first game introduces the series and the next two expand on everything with more complexity and depth to the cases beyond find out who the murderer is. I want to say the first game is the worst, but it does get better from here. All right, that's what I was hoping for, is that like this game is like, it's the first one, it's nice and simple, you know, it's very like, it doesn't like, it builds upon itself the next 2 or 3 instead of just repeating the same old thing all throughout. That's what I was hoping for, and so I'm very glad to hear that is the case. Like he figured some out here, and so I think that this is supposed to be it, because we press this and then let me think. Maybe what was the thing that he's like aha-ing about, I guess? Do you think you restate your testimony? I only see this one time. I mean, you're doing it again. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. Oh, how would she know that? How would she see her pick up the emergency phone if it was behind the partition? And then how would she know she pulled out the cell phone and made the call and all that? Like there's a, I guess she wouldn't have been able to see all that. You know that time you climbed under the chain link fence? Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her, okay. And him doing that on you saw her would do that. And so I guess it would be that. I generally think between all 3 of the first 2 games, I only disliked 2 cases, but they're still pretty fun. I wasn't like, thank God this is over when I was done. Were either of the, you don't have to say which ones they are if they're in the future games, but were either of the 2 in this one? I am curious on, how, if any of them were here. I mean, yeah, she wouldn't have been able to see this because of the partition. The evidence clearly reveals the contradiction. That is a contradiction. She couldn't have seen it. Like, she could not have seen it. Okay, I guess I saw it. Yeah, I saw it all. I feel like it shouldn't... It should be the 4 points, right? Because she wouldn't have been able to see it. I feel like that has to be it, right? Or am I thinking too far ahead on this? Because she would not have been able to see it. Not in the first game. I see. Before I press this further, maybe I'll... Maybe I'll... Maybe press her on this. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a drop of water on a pate of foyer garage. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. How would she kick that? She is not that strong. There's an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime, but it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve it for you before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. I'm starting to believe you. I mean, she said she saw it all. I feel like the only thing that makes sense for this is the 4 plans. Yeah, and that... Because she can't see over it. She can't see past the partition. Do you think you restate your testimony? Yeah, and so it's gonna be, can I present it during this? No. Let's see, actually, can I, well, let me present, no. One in the second game, one in the third. The one in the second game I generally really dislike, but I'm just being picky about the case in the third game. I mean, I'm curious to see how those cases go then for me. Because I know, like, not every case in a series could be a hit. Like, that's just the nature of the beast. especially when you got like a good bit of cases for it. And you saw her doing this. Some people like it, some people hate it. No. I'm surprised there's not more cases like this. A lot of people hate this case, actually. I would not... From what I saw in the length and all the mechanics that you said like might be introduced, I can see where that might come from. So, where is this partition on the 4 points? I'm sure it means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, but she was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Did I really need to, like... Am I gonna have to press on all of this and then present that evidence? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her. Press her? I like to see this on the 4 points just to be safe. The lunch car was... She was a visitor, that she was parked in B block. Yep, definitely sure from the other cases. I could definitely tell it was written after the original 4. Like, I could tell that so far, like, already. And I imagine it's just gonna get more, like, glaring over the next, like, couple days. So you witnessed the murder from here? That'll make you about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over, of course. Amazing. A cough up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gone to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. Sounded Miss Sky not get away. Sounds like she wanted to be caught or something. And then now if I press her here, will it let me do something? Like, did I really get the right thing, the thing right? It's just I had to press the other statements first. That's gonna be bleh, if so. I can definitely tell they want to play with the features of the 3DS as well. Oh yeah, and I'm very curious how that's going to translate to using like a controller and whatnot, or like having to use my mouse. Like if I decide using a mouse is the best way to do it. And you saw her doing this? Okay, so am I... Alright, before I start losing more favor, let me save real quick right here. And then... Is it going to really be... Okay, come on. Come on. I had the right evidence the entire time, and then, like, I just had to press on it. That's messed up, man. They did pretty good. That is good to hear. I am just interested in seeing how that goes. Then quickly have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? It was probably cool for the first time on 3DS. Oh yeah, I imagine. You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. I'd explain this. I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem. Let's look at the 4 points. I still have mine. I mean, I still have mine somewhere, I think. Like, I'm trying to think of where. I think it's in. I don't think it's on a drawer. It might actually be on my bed. It might just be on my bedside, like, table. Not table. I don't know what else to call it besides a table. But bedside, like, thing that I just have my, like, I just put some stuff on, like, when I take my, like, if I take piercings out, if I'm wearing it, I just put it on there. Not dresser, because the dresser is, like, large. It's just a little, like, a small, like, 3x3 thing. And it has one drawer. It's like a, I think it is supposed to be, I think it is a bedside table. When I say table, I imagine something that's like a, you know, a dining table. If I had one of those by my bed, that'd be kind of weird. But like I put my phone on it to charge overnight and stuff like that. And so I think it's on there actually, my 3DS. I wish I had a way to capture stuff on my 3DS. Because like there are some things that I want to play on there, but I have no way to capture the footage properly. A buffet when you wake up. Oh, that would be nice to wake up to. If I can give like that would be nice. Just imagine that. I just know you can eat breakfast buffet waking up every time I wake up. Like that sounds good. Like have as much bacon as I want. Have as much like no, I just like jam toast. I need them. I definitely need them in my life. Just imagine that. Like, there's two. If I could have it would be like the second type of buffet I would have if I could have any type of buffet like at all times. The other one would be like just all you could eat, like sushi, like buffet like that. I need that more than anything. I really want Waffle House now. I've not been to Waffle House in I think I've only been there once. The only thing I know about Waffle House is that they're always, well, I know two things. They're always open, and there's a lot of videos that come from Waffle Houses. Like, it's like how the Chick-fil-A employees always have those videos of them helping you out. Every time I see a Waffle House video, I see employees scrapping with someone. I don't know what goes down at Waffle Houses, but there is something in that water. I don't know. Every time I think of Waffle House, I think of Golden Corral. And I don't think those two places are like the same at all. I don't go at night because I value my life, but I do want it. That is very fair. Like, because like I said, everything I see, it doesn't even look like it's like customers fighting other customers. It usually looks like it's employees fighting customers, and it just happens. And those, it's an interesting place. From it's definitely the employees. Yeah, it's like you're on a PvP enabled zone. Like, you go down there, it's like going to anywhere in Memphis. However, that's true. You can possibly see Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. You just dropped all those lunches. That's nasty. What's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. Go in the Waffle House to gamble for. Listen, I love gambling, and that's why I play a good bit of Gotcha. You know, I play Uma, I play Idolmaster Shiny Colors, I play, you know, Blue Archive, Mahjong Soul, and all that. I love gambling. Going to the Waffle House at night seems like an entirely different type of gambling. That might be a bit too much for the Horse Girl game. Like, that's probably the Gotcha I play the most at the moment. Like, I used to play it a decent bit on the JP before it came to global. Now I mostly just play global unless there's something I'm really interested in on JP, like when they released the Cinderella Greyguri. She is not coughing up what? She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim. Perhaps you'll allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about I think what she saw, because she couldn't have seen it, right? She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. I've heard so much about that game. I love Musume. Right now, it's still missing some like quality of life stuff I'm used to from playing on JP, because I didn't get into it on launch on JP. I got into it like, I think probably around this time on JP. I played it for a bit and then picked it up every now and then. But it's very enjoyable. I can especially enjoy it for like the champions meet. Like, I like Tram for that, as well as, you know, man, the characters I love most of them. Like, I wish there was an easier way for me to get some of them, but no, I'm glad it took off on global. Do they have a lot of microtransactions? They do have a lot of microtransactions. However, the only microtransactions I would recommend ever, if you do want to buy them, because honestly, it's very free to play friendly. It's good free to play friendly compared to, you know, it's a gotcha at the end of the day. Like, there is a lot of microtransactions. However, they're more for if you're gonna whale on the game and then spend every now and then. Like, the only microtransactions I have ever bought in that game is the daily pack for $5 a month. And during the anniversary event, I did spend like, I think it was like $10 on a like 10 pull just to get the guarantee like 3-star or whatever. Outside of that, in my opinion, it's not worth it. Like, it is there, but it's like any other gacha. You can get hard pity like 200 pulls in about, probably without the daily pack, I think it's like 2.5 months. And that's just hard pity. The rates are better than like Koyo gachas. Like, the 3-star, to get a 3-star Uma, I think is like 4% on temple, which means if your pull, like, let's just say 100 times, you're not guaranteed. You're most likely going to get one, most likely multiple, but the banner character itself is where it kind of comes into play on getting the pity. And then I'm trying to and then I also like how every banner character is not exclusive to the banner. You just get it. And so, like, if there was a character you liked long ago, you don't have to wait for a rerun. You just get to do it. I would say this: I would play it only if you're interested in like the stories or the idea of like, or you played like an idol training game before. That's how come I like it. Is I played Idol Master Shining Colors a lot. Or if you like the idea of like just training stuff for like PvP, because you could beat whales in PvP. Like a lot of it is knowledge. Like if you both have the same knowledge, they will most likely beat you. There's still RNG involved. But if you play better, you could literally outplay whales. Like it's not that hard. I ran into a whale that this stuff sucked. But I digress. It's worth a shot if it looks interesting to you. Is I guess what it boils down to. I would not, and it's not worth spam microtransactions unless you really just want to whale on it. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? Well, if it got his lunchbox, that's probably a litter box now. I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that? Probably because, I think I'll play. Yeah, like I said, it's worth a shot. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's still a gacha game. I just hate money-heavy games. Yeah, like, it is... They did not, or at least, I don't know if it was intentional or not, the prices for, like, a 10 pull, so pity is, like, 200 pulls, which it is a lot at the end of the day, but you can get that in around, like, 3 months, roughly, if you play, like, if you just log in, do daily, whatnot, as well as, like, just throw random stuff at CMs. Like, you get that in like 2 to 3 months at worst, assuming you don't like do like the $5 pack and whatnot. But it cost like, I think like $20 for a 10 pull. Like, it cost a lot to get pity, and it is I would probably have spent a bit more if it wasn't that astronomically expensive. Like, the only one I know that's more expensive is Mahjong Soul, and that's because it's a Mahjong client first and then a gacha game second. Why did she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Oh, she's right. I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt here. Used to try to play Mahjong Soul. I like Mahjong Soul. I just really wish I got more free pulls. I was hopeless. Oh yeah, it took me a while to get it down. Once I got it down though, it's been I mean, it's been Mahjong. Like, there's still a good bit of luck involved. It's like playing poker. Like, I've gotten better at it, but I'm still sometimes just get it on like a loss streak, and it hurts a lot. Mr. Wright, I thought I did have something there. One more try. I mean, the witness lied about, you know what? I'm just gonna go order events. Like, they did so much for me, like, to get that wrong. The order events. Show out the order events. She used the emergency phone before the murder. I see, I hadn't thought of that. That's just to win over sales. I hate to bother you, but why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder? Just when you think you can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you. I love save scumming. Oh yeah, I only have 2 like hits left, and this is about to take another one. Sometimes failing is just too funny. One more try. I mean, it has to be where she saw it, right? That's all that's left. Like, I failed once in this, and ever since then I've been like doing the save stuff, because I did not know it would make me restart the entire thing. I thought it was gonna be like at the last testimony. No, it makes you fail to try, you gotta do it all over again. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it'd be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone, it would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location. That's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. I did that once on the final case at the last trial. Oh, doing it on this one, like I think you're talking about like the I imagine you're talking about like the third game, but if I did this here, it would be pain. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. I was feeling I cannot blame you. Let me ask a question of our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard now points to one direction. Probably the security room. I only got one shot at this. It's the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's been on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there, but why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you bought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have been getting the better of men? To think the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. So she's just lying. Like, arrest her now. Like, she's a liar. We can't have her testimony be used. Like, her testimony is like, she is openly lying to the court. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Doesn't this strike you as odd? Why didn't Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense, huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. The photograph tells all. So how would she get the photograph right there then? It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? What do you mean? How am I supposed to know this? Judge, I'm not all-knowing. She's lying, and that's what matters. And she admits to lying. That's all that matters, Judge. Like, arrest her. You can't... Nothing else matters. She witnessed a crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vile difference, but what would change? I have one miss left. I am not making sure to do all that. Difference in lighting. Angle to view... Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? The security guard station's on the second floor. She would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important why. Well, perhaps I'd like to reconsider. You're right. I will reconsider. I totally meant, distance to the crime, Your Honor. It changes her distance between her and the scene of the crime. Alright, he raised an objection, so I'm assuming this is right. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. Let's see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, you... Yes? You ordered a squid whip. No, I did not. Quality my lunch is gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh Boynesberry jam to my boyfriend. Boynesberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass vault station. We still have the question of how the photograph got taken then, because then that raises some questions. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene, but the door was locked and I couldn't open it. So I ran all the way around. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking lot in B block. No worries. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? Yeah, that makes a huge difference. This changes things considerably. There was that woman over there in the defense chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear on my finest plastic spork. I mean, the finest spork is the golden spork in of the Dead and Blood of the Dead. Well, I guess the golden spork knife in Blood of the Dead. We have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Yeah, I do. I don't know what it is, but... 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You couldn't make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it all, then... I don't know about that. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta in the knots, rookie. I don't want it. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Oh, yeah, we got her. We're getting her down here. Seems we're come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is your next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the Coffin Queen has been dethroned, and with that, court is adjourned. Oh, what? Is she allowed to do this? Is this allowed? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. Forgot to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of the trick lunch boxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions asking you, Miss Starr. This your jumbo lunchbox? Triple decker? Defers to the witness determination. Dude, she's a known liar. She has lied in every bit of her testimony. Why is she still allowed to do this? We need to lock this judge up himself. This judge needs to go. This judge is the problem. Like, what are we doing here, Judge? Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the lunchbox, the Lunchland motto says you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchboxes this time? The decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene, and now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found in this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Alana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Is it? I don't think that's decisive evidence at all, actually. I'm gonna be honest. I think there's the fact that there's multiple blood stains. She could have been attacked. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. I don't like. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you have blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in 3? In one place? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. We've already did this. Oh, this has already been thrown out. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. Should really study some evidence law. Really? I'm trying my best here. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She is a criminal, is what I'm getting. Alright. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes. Okay, it's this again. I need a 6. I only have 1 thing left, 1 wrong move, and I am done for. Probably, let's just get all the press statements over with. Let's just go ahead and do that. Why'd you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. Results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compare that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're doing the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. You already know it's false testimony, so why do we care? And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I want to make myself useful while waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch who snuck off with a shoe, I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than a lunchbox, gentlemen. Happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you remove valuable evidence from the scene of a crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found. Just press that, I guess. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need to prove. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with that little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You couldn't know something about blood test? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes back in 4 types, A, B, O, A, B. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between the millions types of all the blood tests, which means we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person, or so I hear. That's very specific. If I had it one more time, I would have gotten DNA test results, but they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found in the victim's shoe? That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. And this shoe proves that it's flawless, decisive evidence. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She used enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? Is there a problem? I'm just gonna say there is. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a pepper fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Nah, let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. How is there blood on the bottom, I guess? That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, I meant to look at the evidence. I wonder if you know there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. There'll be blood on the bottom of my shoe. Dude, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom? This is what I wanted to look at. I want to look at the photo. Not that photo. The photo of her. Her shoes are clean. And so would that be it? Like her shoes are... Oh, and I can't save here. I can't save scum this. And her shoes are black here, actually. I don't think these are the same shoes. It's either they're the same shoes or they're clean, one or the other. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Oh, there's a lack of footprints in blood. Okay. Isn't that strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found in the scene of the crime? Sorry, bloody nose. Oh, no problem. I feel you. I get those like a way too often. Aha! As you can see, there are no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Oh, he is in front of it. Oh, I imagine that looks cool with the 3D effect on the 3DS. This picture only shows part of the floor. There could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But they're going to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not there. The fact is important that she's a gigantic liar, that the judge even admitted she's a gigantic liar, has committed multiple crimes while lying. Like, she committed perjury, stole evidence, did a bunch of stuff. It doesn't matter why it's not there. Like, in the terms of my job as the defendant, I'm not a detective. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see, now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's a beautiful but deadly predator, this one, a leopard woman. Rawr. I thought there was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure. I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Does that mean, still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? Oh, she did it to knock away the stuff. I don't know if that is true. You don't mean? Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. I don't know if that... Is that true? That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left in the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the old drum to erase telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So why isn't there blood on the handle then? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What can I do? Your sister confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it, but... Enough. There's no need for debate. The verdict, Your Honor. But Angel Star's on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. But she's a liar. She could be lying about all this again. Judge, come on. What did you say? Huh? Me? Did you say Angel Star was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill. But here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, don't tell me something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court. Can you do that as a lawyer? Isn't that a judge? Given this judge is incompetent, it looks like, but... Look at this. A photograph? I had just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. No room for error in this evidence. Wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. It's clearly wet. Yeah, it's wet. It's wet before any of that. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. I know I couldn't win this case from the beginning, and it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. We are so screwed. I'm sorry, Mia. Wet or not, don't be so... Okay, is that supposed to be a pun this time, Mia? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up. Take another good look. Don't give up until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. So I'm about to declare a verdict for good. Am I not going to have time to look at the evidence? Yeah, I'm about to say, let me look at it. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace? You don't deserve it, Judge, after all you've done. Like, she is a liar. We do not trust her testimony. Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this. I suppose it had come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Oh, I mean, the shoe's not bloody. That is, I guess... Well, that shoe would not actually be the one that's bloody. What's this in the muffler? Maybe I was right about the muffler thing. I'm gonna go with it. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf or any kind in this photograph. A muffler's... Okay, so I was just playing 4D chess a bit. Just think of it as part of an exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So if there's something sticking out of the muffler. What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. That is not true, because she did say this thing muffler on her phone. Like, that is true. But it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why it's important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Yeah, it's in the cell phone. Let's hear what Mr. Wright says. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. The cell phone. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. I rest her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? I was just playing 4D chess. I was moving so big brain, I just like talked to myself in the past. If so, that means this piece of cloth is a vital piece of evidence. We did it. Is she in jail now? Well, since you had to suspend the proceedings, I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. That was close, but we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry after all he's eaten. To be continued. Let's see, yeah. Save progress. Let's see. That is probably going to be it for me for now. My I can feel the cold medicine I took starting to wear off. I am gonna, assuming I have a voice tomorrow will be Yuppie Psycho, and then on Monday I will do the rest of the trial and whatnot on Monday, and if no Yuppie Psycho tomorrow, then I will do Yuppie Psycho on Monday and then do this on Tuesday. Like, do the rest of the trial just in one go. Nice meeting you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Go bed, drink water. I will most likely be drinking a lot of water. Go bed. I am definitely going to go lay down. Also, nice meeting you too. Again, appreciate the follow. And, yeah, I'm liking the case so far. I still have no idea what the hell happened. All I learned is that everyone involved besides Emma is a liar. And the judge is very, very incompetent himself. And so, I could definitely see why this is all on trial already, considering the fact that we are only halfway through the first trial. But anyway, I do thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your night, whatever it may be for y'all. And once again, hope y'all have a great New Year's and a great 2026 ahead. And until the next time, take care.